And here we have the harmonization with two-hand accompaniment, Let Us Break Bread Together. I'll go ahead and play through the right hand melody, and then I'll play through the accompaniment, and you can play along with both options. So you can play along the accompaniment while I play the melody, and vice versa. Here we go. Ready, go. Holding. Hold it out, keep holding. And now we'll play the chords. A little tip is to make it sound really sweet. Make the last, the G chord right before the end, make it a G minor instead of a G chord. That's what I'll play. You'll hear it sounds really good. Okay, here we go from the beginning. Ready, go. Rest, rest, F sharp minor 7, B minor 7, A7, A, D over A, rest, rest, D, A minor C, B, B7, E, G over D, C7, D over A, B minor, E minor, A7, D, G minor, D. There we go. So then the next thing you have is the improvisation from chord symbols. As always, something that you can use. Take some time to be creative. Take some time to work on identifying the chords and melody notes that go along with them. You can kind of create a little theme for yourself or explore kind of, again, which patterns go well, what kind of sequences you can make with your melodies. Again, and you can even just practice through those chord progressions. Can be a good thing to practice as well. All right, and so then we have a little choral score here. And I'll go ahead and play through, which hands are you going to do together? So this is going to be one where we're going to play the soprano with the right hand and then the tenor bass with the left hand. What you'll want to go ahead and do is identify the places where your left hand is playing unisons or octaves. So that first note, for example, would be a unison. Then we have an octave. So I really think that opening part with the bass part that's a little bit more moving there is probably one of the most difficult things. If you look at the next two lines, it's actually really pretty simple. And again, if you find it easier to, bring a part down or up an octave, that's acceptable for your practice to just make it a little bit easier for your hands to kind of find their own space. So here we'll go from the very beginning. 1, ready, go. Rest, rest, rest. Here's a pretty spot. Oh, this is really a good thing to practice for anyone who is, again, anticipates being involved with a choir world in any way. There are community choirs who will try to do Haydn's creation, even though some of them shouldn't. But they will do that, and they will need you to play the parts for them. And so this is a very functional score reading practice here. This is a very popular piece sung by choirs, and it's, again, the kind of section that you would definitely want to go through. And if you were a conductor or whatever, just involved, section leader or something, people will want their notes played in a section like that. So ensemble repertoire, great option for just sight reading it through. That bottom part is kind of just like harmonization with two-hand accompaniment, and so you could even try, just playing a little bit of that. That'd be great. You could sight read, you could play it together with friends, you could try to put it together yourself digitally, because again, you don't have any other things to do or a life of any kind. So those would be some options there. And then lastly, we have a 3-part string score. So the most important thing here is to notice that the viola part barely moves at all. So if you start and you realize, okay, I'm on this low E, there's no big leaps, and so then you just keep going. This is the only leap, it's a 4th. Back to that E. And then in a lot of this, the cello and then the cello 1 and the cello 2/bass are playing in thirds. Down to fifths here, back to thirds. Straightforward. Again, none of the parts really ever have big leaps or move very quickly. So we'll go ahead and play this through from the beginning. This is another one. I love this piece. It's like one of my very favorites. So here we go. This is another one where focusing on the harmonies are really helpful. If you just kind of think this beginning, A minor, E major, A minor. Okay, I think that if you just kind of focus on those little elements, I think it just makes it a lot easier to play when you're kind of have a sense of which chords are being emphasized in each section. So again, a really great one. This is an excellent prep for when we actually have full 4-part string scores, which are coming pretty soon, sooner rather than later. So definitely worth taking a look at and practicing through. Again, if you start working with these ones that are a little bit simpler, when we get to the more complex ones that will be part of the exams, it's not going to be half bad. So do let me know if you have any questions, or if, again, there's anything that you would like to see demonstrated in more detail that we didn't get to in this video. I am more than happy to help. And I hope that you guys have a great week and happy practicing. See you in the next one.